Alrighty guys, welcome back to another LEGO set review from BrickByBrick, and today we have set number 70666. This is the Golden Dragon, containing 171 pieces, retailing for $19.99. It contains 3 minifigures, and this is loosely based on the end of Season 3. This is kind of a reinterpretation, not a direct re-release, but yeah, not even just an update. This is like a different style of, a previously existing set, that being the Golden Dragon from the 2013 Final Battle Wave, which was originally a $30 set, so, that was larger than this, but, what this does is this kind of scales it down and gives, a model of it for, people who weren't around when, Ninjago 2013 sets were out on shelves. This is the second dragon that we've ever gotten in a $20 Ninjago set. They've done some others recently, particularly an Elves one and the new Minecraft Ender Dragon. So those are like the 4 $20 dragon sets that, are relatively well known. The $20 one was the Ice Dragon from 2011, by the way, which I didn't say. And I don't have the 2011 Ice Dragon. So, take that into consideration when I make the claims that I'm about to. But I do think that one was significantly better than this one. Maybe I'll get it in hand and it'll be garbage, but that one's a whole lot larger. For example, the head of that one is pretty much this head, just with different colors. I don't have this complete set either, but much closer to completion than the Ice Dragon. And, that one is a lot larger, but the heads are the same size. This one's head is significantly smaller, but this is a hard plastic. Those ones were rubber, so it is good to get the hard plastic design here. It feels really good. The printing on it is really, really nice, and it feels like something that's gonna last for a while. The printing on there with the white for the teeth is really, really good. I don't believe that's dual molded. Yeah, it doesn't look like it is, but it is printed phenomenally. And, it's got all sorts of articulation. It's got 2 joints there, so you can really kind of get all sorts of positions. You can get aggressive, you can get submissive, you can get, offensive. And there is a stud shooter that is attached. There are 2 studs inside the bottom jaw. This is 2 separate pieces that attach. They're pretty tight in there, but they just attach like hinges. And that stud shooter shoots off when you push the jaws together. But you can have the mouth closed with the stud shooter still in there. So like you can push it slightly further than fully pushed in. That was a mistake. There we go. This is how you reload it. Normally you don't have to take the stud shooter out unless you're just bad at doing things like me. But you'll notice the feet did kind of want to push down there. The feet, there's a lot of posability, but you kind of lose a little bit of the sturdiness by adding in all this posability, because you can send the feet backwards, kind of like for a flying pose. You can just move the legs backwards like that. So it looks like at this point like it's flying. If we move the tail up and out of there, that's kind of a good flying position. It's good. Also, there are stickers here which are just gold on black, and they get a good level of opacity in there. To the color, the gold doesn't quite match the plastic gold color, but I think that's fine. It's just kind of representing some energy or whatever. And the one thing is the wings are a little bare. The old one, the original Golden Dragon, the wings weren't too much better. They were a little bigger and a little longer, and they used a larger blade piece than this one, but they still were a little bit sporadic, but you could close them and push them together so that they kind of folded upwards. This, you can move this section, but none of the rest. And the arms you can turn a little bit because it uses one of these newer bar pieces for the little claws, and you can move the claws inwards. You can kind of push them like that. But I don't know, the claws here are not as good as on the original one, because there you had the 3 fingers and you could really grab a figure. This one you probably could, but it's a whole lot harder to do so, and you'd be holding it like that versus being able to hold it like this. I don't know. The flexibility, you know, you can move the wings really far all over the place, and, you know, it works pretty well, but again, you know, the wings are kind of fixed in this kind of shape, and the claws aren't super useful for anything. You can turn them side to side, which I do appreciate. That was lacking on the other one. But, you know, I don't know, they kind of stick out a lot here too, and like there's no way to just fold them under. And I don't know, it's okay, but it's not great. Also, pearl gold for the ingot piece there, which is cool. His little seat is fine. I like that. You know, it's only attached with 2 studs. It's good, and it does have the stickers on this little flag. Stickered, same thing on both sides, and the tail is, you know, it's like a tail. It is got multiple ball joints, and you got the swords on the end, which I think is good, but yeah, I mean, this is a really good, cheap dragon set, but compared to the original, this one is just not that great. Like, you are paying less for this, yes, but you paid $10 more for the old one, which I guess is 50% more, and you got a dragon that was at least twice as big, and maybe the flexibility of the legs here is a little bit better, but the wing posability is not, like, you can move the wings around, but the fact that you were able to fold the old one's wings together was a lot better. So I don't know, compared to the old one, which I guess I don't want to compare this to the old one too much in this review, because I'll probably end up doing a separate video. Once I have more of the legacy stuff, I'll probably be doing a video comparing all of them to the older versions. Or I could do them as separate videos. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know in the comment section down below. I own all the old versions of the new sets, I think, right? Unless I'm missing something. But, yeah, so let me know in the comment section down below if you want to see that as a bunch of separate videos or one big one. But, you know, without comparing this too much to the old one, for $20 you get a decent dragon here. It is a little small for a $20 set, but aside from that, you know, it's a good-looking dragon, and this is definitely a good price point to get a dragon at. The one thing this version of the Golden Dragon does have is cooler exclusive figures. And, you know, this one here is Golden Lloyd, the new Legacy version, so it's not, you know, supposed to be anyone from the show, or, I guess, unless you count the Legacy shorts as from the show. In that case, I guess it is, but, you know, this is a pretty good version of him. The new masks are better in person than I was expecting them to be. I like the dark green and gold combination here. So I guess it remains to be seen on the regular versions of the suits, but this special Golden Ninja one is pretty cool. And that face grid is really good. I like that, with a little bit of metallic shine in there on the energy coming from his eyes. And he does have an alternate, more calm facial expression, which, you know, that one's fine, but the other one I think is cooler. The back of the torso actually looks a pretty decent amount like the original Golden Ninja's torso. And I like the dark green coming down the back of the hood. I don't know. I like that part of this mold. This weird ridge on the top is not my favorite, but I don't know. I think from the side profile it's not fantastic, but from the front and the back I think it's pretty okay. And the torso print on him is pretty good. It's a little bit simpler than what we're used to with recent stuff, but simple, not bad, necessarily. And the leg print on there is actually a lot. Like, that reminds me a lot of the original Golden Ninja outfit. So, you know, that's cool. And it's got some varied greens in there with the very ends of the strap there. And, like, on the very top. I don't know, this is a cool figure, and also has the toe printing as well, as subtle as it is. But yeah, this is a cool figure, for sure. Regardless of, you know, this isn't from the show, so this isn't good. You know, if you get past that, this is cool to have just as a ninja suit, I think. And the lighting's not going to be perfect on this one because he does have a hat that is like that. But this is the Stone Scout, as they were originally called. In this set, I think it's just referred to as a Stone Warrior. But, you know, it is one of the short ones. Oh, and yes, on the box, confirmed, they do call it a Stone Army Scout. But this is one of the shorter ones that has a crossbow and the quiver, and, you know, this is a good variant of him. I kind of wish they stuck with the old style of hats. This is cool to get in red, for sure, but, you know, the old, like, if this had the old style of hat, it would have fit perfectly in with the original ones, and it's still exclusive because it has that cool green face print. They do use this in the $50 Legacy set with the Giant Stone Warrior and the Cole's Earth Driller. The torso print on him is good. I believe that's an update from the Day of the Departed versions. They could have just reused the same one, but I'm fairly certain they didn't. Again, that is in the other Legacy Stone Army set. And if we remove the quiver, you can see the back printing on him, which, again, pretty good. I like the amount of metallic shine they got in there. I don't know, it comes across pretty well. No leg printing, obviously, because it's just short legs. But, yeah, this does look pretty good. And my only gripe is super minor, and it's just I would have liked to see the red rice hat return, and not like the red Sensei Wu style hat. I don't know, maybe they're trying to make that a little bit more special to Sensei Wu as far as on figures from now on, because I guess it did kind of feel a little bit overused in the Ghost season, but I don't know, I really liked it with the old Stone Warriors, so I'm kind of sad to not see it back, but, you know, this doesn't deviate too far from the rest of the Stone Warriors, so I think it still fits in fine. Last up, we have the Overlord, who's probably the coolest figure in the set. Yeah, it's not, you know, show 100% accurate, but it is a cool looking design, I think. His weapon here just uses this antenna piece, lightsaber hilt, hollow stud, and city machete piece, which is always cool to get a couple more of those. It adds a little bit of variety to the weapons that we get in Ninjago sets, because, you know, we do get a lot of those. And he does come with the Helmet of Shadows, which is the same design as in the original sets, so it's cool to get another one if you didn't have one from the original ones, or now you have one that you could put on Dareth if you got the original ones. And, you know, it is exactly the same with that same old part, so you haven't retired that mold yet. The face print is super menacing, and it's kind of done up on a transparent purple head. And it's pretty creepy, but pretty awesome. It's not, you know, exactly the same as the Overlord from the show, but I think it still looks cool. And you get a little bit of the swirl here printed on the back of his lower torso. He does have the top torso element. I believe they use this one on Garmadon, unless this is a different version. I'm not 100% certain that this might be a new design. I'm not sure, but the printing on there is fantastic. I love the metallic gold on there to represent the golden armor that, you know, the Overlord wears. Again, you know, this is not exactly like the Overlord wore it. It would have been really awesome if it's just printed on the regular torso and he didn't have 4 arms, because then it would have looked a pretty good amount like the Golden Master from Rebooted. But obviously that's not exactly what they were going for here. They were going for the possessed Garmadon look. And, you know, the torso on the front doesn't have too much. It just has a little bit of purple in the areas that you don't, or that you do see when this is there. And then they use that Ghost Spectre piece in purple and black, or trans-purple and black, which comes out really well. And I don't know, I like that a lot. This figure, again, maybe I would have preferred to see a better version of the actual Overlord from the show than, you know, this custom special cool version, but this custom special version is cool, so I'm not angry about it. And I mean, it's cool to get this figure, I think, even if it is not, you know, super show accurate. So overall, I think that for $20 Ninjago set, this is perfectly fine. You got 2 exclusive figures and 1 not exclusive figure at a $20 price point. That's not bad. And, well, I mean, I guess that's good, probably. But the build, I think, is a little bit small for $20. This feels like a $15 build. And I guess, you know, you can justify it with the special molded head and the cool figures. But I don't think that this is better by any means than the original Golden Dragon. Again, I'll probably do a comparison video so that, you know, I can sway you, explain my point there. But maybe it's a better value. I don't know. It's good for $20, and the figures are better than the other Golden Dragon. But if you have the old one, the figures are really the only thing you'd be after here. The you know, the Golden Dragon build, I doubt anyone's gonna replace their 2013 Golden Dragon with this one. Let's just put it that way. But if you don't have the 2013 one, that one is kind of expensive on the aftermarket. This is not a bad substitute. Maybe, you know, the wings I think are the weakest point here. The body and the head, well, the head's really good. The body's fine. Tail's fine. I'm just not a fan of these wings. But if you can get past those, I don't know. I think that the set is solid, but I'm not a fan because I'm a fan of the old one, if that makes any sense. So hope you guys enjoyed this review. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Again, I'm a little bit conflicted, so I don't know. The more I think about it, the more likely it is that I'll probably do a comparison to the older Golden Dragon, just because I feel like I can't get my full thoughts out without directly comparing it to that, and I think in this video I've compared it a little bit too much, but independently, if the old one had never existed, I would have thought that this is a good set. And, you know, if you don't have the old one, I'd recommend this one. Compared to the other Legacy sets, I don't know if this would be my number one, but for $20, I think this is probably the best $20 set on the market under Ninjago, not counting the spinners, because I don't have those yet. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below before I ramble on and on and on and on and on forever. You can make sure to let me know in the comment section down below that I rambled on and on and on and on forever. And I'll see you guys all next time. Bye, everyone.